Alright, so it's the end of April now, and usually what happens about this time of the year is we should already be kind of well underway with preparing everything for the silage. And my brother's on at me about kind of gearing up for a third tractor, so we've got the Davy Brown, Big Davy. And he's kind of thinking, right, we can maybe get a third trailer on that there. But in addition to this this Davy Brown here, we have another Davy Brown, a little small one that you may recognise. Yeah, and this stands the reason that it should have a trailer as well. So we've got maybe about 4 weeks, 3-4 weeks before the season starts. And I reckon that's probably enough time for me to cook something up. Alright, so first step of building this trailer is going to be the back axle. So the back axle is actually going to be part of the main chassis, all one piece. But we start off with the axle as a separate unit. Got this piece of pipe here, cut it the right width, kind of matching the width up with the width of the little bastard. I've got these wheels here, which you may have seen in the snow on the little bastard before, and these are actually destined for the super bastard at some stage, but well, we've got them here and we're not using them for that. Use them right here now. So I kind of want to get them to sit on the end there. What I have for the job here is these little 3 stud hubs, same as what we used on the Thunder Bastard, and we just need to get a little adapter to get those to connect in there. And the solution is one of these little stub axles here. So it's a plain shank there, 17mm, just sits right in there. And then this diameter here should, with a bit of prep work, press into that tube there, and we just weld it the whole way around the outside. Repeat on the other side, and that's the back axle. So I've got one of these done, gotta get the other one finished, and then we can start welding. Alright, so here's the axle, kind of mocked up. The 2 wee ends are actually press fit into this tubing here, which I've cleaned up as well. Also, with a lot of tubing, you'll find there's a seam on the inside as well, so I ground it. So it was a proper perfect bore with a die grinder before I pressed them in, and they'll just need a little bead of weld around the outside there. So the next thing now, you see there's the little bastard ahead of us, and we need the 2 diagonals, which will form the basis of the chassis. Okay, so after a bit of tampering around, we've got this back axle, which you've seen already, and it's laid out now with the 2 diagonals. I've actually marked out the pattern on the floor with builder's crayon, and then kind of built the structure around the pattern I've drawn on the floor. So it's really simple. 2 diagonals, which converge at the top. This one's actually cut off, and it'll just weld onto the side of this one. Got a flat face on the front for where we're going to put the hitch. Got a little cross member right here. This will be somewhere near where the front of the trailer body is, about here. And then down in here, bird mouth these ends, notched them to take this tube. And the back of the trailer will sit about 6 inches off the end of it here, drawn on the floor there just to show. But now all remains is to weld it. I'm going to try and put a good full weld on these 2 back ones and the one at the front, and just put a little temporary spot welds, something that can be ground off on this cross member in case it's in the wrong place. Right, so now we've got the chassis kind of all welded up. This wee piece in the middle, that's just sitting a couple of wee spots in place there. It may be removed actually. On this end we've got the little clevis kind of end of the trailer with a rose joint in the end of it, and this pretty cool little pin they got from a tractor shop. So really at this stage what we need is we need the top body, we need the kind of the dump trailer bit of it in order to kind of work out what else we need to put onto this, you know, kind of the interfaces between the 2 of them. So put this to the side. Right, the way I want to make the top body is I want to have 3 kind of ribs, same kind of ways you would build a boat, let's say. So 1, 2, it's kind of drawn in a 3-dimensional view, and a third one like that there, and then I'll kind of put joining pieces between them like that, there. That is the way I'm going to build the kind of top body of the trailer. I'm actually going to build it a bit shorter than what a silage trailer would be, and this will all be steel, but for the silage trailer we'll put kind of add-ons, kind of like greedy boards, which is what you do with a big silage trailer a lot of the time. Like these will be plywood, these top pieces, but the bottom will be all kind of steel and aluminium. So the first thing to do is get these kind of ribs done, and for that I've drawn a bit of a profile. Now, difficult to see here, but it goes there, and from the profile I've worked out that I need 3 lengths of 63 inches. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this lobster back trick that I do all the time. So I've used it extensively on the little bastard here. You can see there's one that I haven't actually cleaned up so much, just because I like the look of it, but it's everywhere on the little bastard. Here we can see it here on this welding caddy that we built the other day. You get that smooth curve. It's something that I use an awful lot. So actually what I'm going to do is I'll include a second video about the same time as this one goes out, which will kind of show you the process of how I do the lobster back. So yeah, go to that other video if you want to see how exactly we do this. But for now, for this video, I think it's time for a little time lapse. Alright, so that's them all cleaned up. So now I actually have my 3 kind of main ribs, which will form the main body of my trailer. So to finish off the main kind of primary frame of this upper section, I want 2 long pieces running along between the tops of the 3 ribs, a long section along the front of this one, and then 2 long sections along the bottom, which will kind of form the strong back of the trailer for kind of tipping and pivoting, and the winch that will tip it. And then I'll have something that kind of represents a trailer, more or less, with a bit of imagination. That's how you get here in the first place, isn't it? Right, let's get the chops out. Okay, fast forward a couple of hours, we've kind of jumped the gun here. Steve's helping out. So we've actually just kind of put these three ribs in place as they were intended. The rest is all just straight section, so it was easy enough just to cut and shut it. We've got the A-frame chassis sitting there ready to go, and he is about to rob the wheels off that welder. So there's kind of the skeleton of the trailer. It's dummied into place, so it's held up with all kinds of shit, but it's on the tractor and it looks pretty much good in proportion. Problem that we come across here is actually run out a 20mm box. I got a big fucking pile of steel the other day, and I've pissed my way through most of it already just by building all kinds of stupid shit. Alright, so this is probably a good place to end the first episode of this. So we've kind of got the main framework. You've got an idea of what it is I'm trying to build here. In the next episode of it, I'm pretty sure we're going to have to deal with the pivot here for the tipper, this jacking system here, connection point for the tractor, and then probably the top structure here that the back door pivots on and opens on. Fuck's sake. Meanwhile, my big trailer will be fucking falling apart. But at least I've got that wee one.